Hey, shalom, shalom. First thing and foremost, I'm going to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'ashum Habashai, Ba'ashum Kakradash, Governor your elders and your apostles of the great millstone. Peace and blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. Those in the gospel, broad, lifting up the standard of Yahweh, Ba'ashum Habashai, wherever it may be. It's the Akia Mahalaya coming back with another lesson through the Spirit. Oh, it's going to be edifying, man. Just kind of want to go on this 2 Thessalonians 9th chapter. Well, really the 10th chapter. All the way down to the 12th chapter, the 13th chapter, man. Okay, because I'm at work, man, and everybody was breaking down their viewpoint of the shit that's happening in the world, and a nigga always got an opinion on something. A nigga opinion always right. But then I started asking certain questions, man. And Jake don't know what the fuck is going on in the world, man. Okay, niggas. Is glued to MSN, CNN, Fox 32, Channel 5 News, and that's as far as their mind goes. And it's so goddamn irritating to the point. And the scriptures tell you, man, you just gotta let a motherfucker be stupid. Scriptures say if he's ignorant, let him be ignorant. But it's some point of time that you just gotta ask yourself, what in the fuck is wrong with these niggas, man? All right, and I get it. It's the curses. I understand that. But Jake, they fucking willfully ignorant, man. Like, niggas, you say something, and they go one in one ear after the other, and right at the next, man. And a lot of times, they don't even acknowledge what you said. Like, what you said is like, it didn't even register. Like, they don't even pay attention to what you said. Because there's so much unfiltered bullshit going through the mist. And these niggas, man, you tell them, and they still with it. So, they were talking about the you-know-what, the 1-2 jab, and, the pandemic and all this other stuff, and they was breaking down on how it's getting. I said, bruh, this is why your house I say don't cash your pearls before swine, because niggas are straight swine. But I'm like, bruh, this is all set up to do away with the economy, to bring in a chip. One Jake was like, yeah, it's all about that chip. One Jake kind of agreed with it, but even then he didn't even realize what the fuck was going on. Because I was like, did y'all see what's happening in Australia, in Greece, and around the world, friends? And he like, nah, what's going on around there? I'm like, what the fuck you mean what's going on? I'm like, dog. I'm like, what do you mean what's going on over there in France, etc.? I'm like, look it up. Because the niggas, man, they don't open up, they don't broaden their horizon. You see what I'm saying? Because, hey, you have bread and circus. You have Sunday night football, Thursday night football. Okay, you got a game every week. You got Olympics. You got rap. You got social media. You got all these things that's caused Jake to be distracted, so they can never come into the truth, man. But even with that being said, Jake won't even allow themselves to acknowledge the truth, man, because it's not for them. But when they told me they didn't know what was going on overseas, and I mean, this is common news. Even on certain news channels, they tell you in a roundabout way that everything in the world is erupting. But they were like, nah, what's going on over there? And I'm like, bro, it's draconianism. It's martial law damn near. People getting beat upside the head, getting shot in the eyes with rubber bullets. X, Y, and Z is happening. One dude got locked up all because he was sunbathing without the Michael Myers joint on, if you know what I mean, without the white mask on. Got locked up sunbathing, man. And I said that's coming here. But when I said that shit was like I ain't even say it, man. So I'm like, what in the fuck is wrong with these people? Excuse my French, but that's because Jake is destroyed for a lack of knowledge, man. Niggas choose to be dark, and they choose to be sleep. They choose to believe a lie. They choose to believe in delusion. So Esau has done his job. Okay, so this is the book of 2 Thessalonians, and I'm gonna start at verses 10. It says, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish. The reason why you perish is because you're unrighteous, man. Okay, over at the end of the day is because you're unrighteous, because you don't have the seed, the right seed that's planted in you. When Jake is trying to plant that right seed in you, you just uproot it. You don't allow yourself to get nourished with the nutrients of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. Okay, and we get it. Christianity has put a bad taste in most people's mouths, to the point Christianity and Islam and all them other bullshit religions is so much of a fucking stumbling block, to the point that you just give up a whole belief in the power in a God completely, all because you was deceived by one particular religion. Now, therefore, you got to write the whole Bible off when Christianity deals nothing with the Bible. Okay? Don't blame the scriptures. Blame the motherfucker that's teaching the scriptures the wrong way. Because the Bible ain't the problem. It's the people that's teaching it, man. Okay? So it says, and for this cause the Most High shall send them a strong delusion that they shall believe a lie. So when you have a delusion, that's a demon on you, man. When you are delusional, when you believe that something is what it is, all because what you've proved to be in your mindset outside of what these scriptures say, then it's a fucking lie. Because, hey, one Jake told me, he said, it's not about right or wrong. Yes, it is. It is about who's right and who's wrong. It is about, that's all about who's right. And it's not about the individual being right per se, but it's about the message. Okay, you have a particular message that the earth, or that's on the earth, that is the right message. Out of all the millions of messages, from the self-worship, from the woman is God, to the Christianity, to all the unthorough bullshit that they're pumping in society and people, you have a right message, okay? That's why the scriptures say, seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read, okay? Because the message in the scriptures is the right message, but you need the right men to bring forth the right message, because you can have the wrong men that can't bring forth the right message, even though they're reading from the right book. Because the scriptures is the right book, regardless of what anybody says. The Holy Bible is the book of all books, man. That's why it's the top-selling book on the planet. It deals with prophecy, and it lines up with secular history, okay? But nonetheless, people are deceived into their own vain opinion, because everybody want to be more than what the fuck they were created to be. And that's the reason why you have all this bullshit going back and forth and bickering and confusion, man. When the reality of it is, the men of the Lord, the prophets, we have the truth, man. Okay, we have the truth, and it's to the point, there's no negotiating, there's no compromising a goddamn thing. Okay, and you know, we understand that you have times you have to be wise, because of Jake I'm working with, old Jake. You know, his beliefs is all over the goddamn place, you know what I'm saying? Cool dude. You have a lot of the same viewpoints on what's happening with the 1-2 jab. But overall, his mindset is focused on prosperity. I'm like, nigga, you finna be 60 years old. Nigga, you ain't getting rich. Sit down somewhere. Because I said, if a $500,000 house is your end goal, and you think that's wealth and living, then I say you small-minded. But of course, I didn't tell him that, because we're at work, and on top of that, I'm just trying to keep the peace. But back in my mind, I'm like, this dude is completely lost. He's out of his goddamn mind. But nonetheless, if you sat back and listened to him, and you was a fucking lame brain, this dude will really convince you that this is the American dream is dead, bro. You know, he's contradicting himself. He said it's dead, but you're still trying to obtain it. Which is it? You know, but see, that's what I'm talking about. That delusion that people are in. People are in a heavy delusion. Okay? And that's why I praise Yahweh Bashim Yahushai for waking me up out of the bullshit, man. Because, hey, a long time ago, we think like these people. So getting back to the point, you know, we were just at work, man, and I don't really be too assertive with those conversations, because it ain't for everybody to get this truth, man. Okay, people gonna form their own conclusions and this and that. Okay, and then let them believe what they want to believe, because hey, after 2 admonishments, reject their ass. You know, so hey, call law Yahweh Shemi Hawashai, man. This truth is going forth though, and it says here they should believe a lie, that they all may be damned who believe not the truth. Okay, and it's not many truths. There's only one truth. Okay. Now, it is true you have a lot of true concepts. You have a lot of true information. You have that, but it's only one doctrinal truth, because you could get truth out of anything. Even in some cases, Christianity teaches it has up for a little bit of truth in it if you read certain scriptures about the Gentile, even though they're going off with that. But in some churches teach that Yahushua was a man of color. Guess what? The Christians believe that to some degree. That's true, because the church I came from a while back, before I came to the truth, it's over 10 years ago, they actually had a black picture of Yahushua in there. So they obviously know the man was of color. That's the truth. But the doctrine is off. So yes, you have true spectrums in all things, but you have a true doctrine. Okay? And Jake don't know it. That's why it said that they all might be damned who believe not the truth, but had pleasure in unrighteousness, man. Okay? And unrighteousness could be anything from formulating your own conclusion, living your own life, being you the universe. That shit is all off, man. Okay, that's why everything is all out of whack now, because the scriptures give you what they call the G code to live by, but people don't want to live by it, because that's Jake. Jake always been rebellious to the Most High. Jake always try to supersede the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. It's like they telling the Most High the shit he wrote, Salakia not shit, but the things he wrote is not good enough. Nah, man, that ain't what it is. If a perfect power, look, the Most High don't make mistakes, man. He knows what contains on the law, what's in the script. He knows what's what the beneficial human beings or human living Israelites. But the reality of it is, Jake don't even know what's good for him. So if they don't know what's good for them, they damn sure ain't finna go to what they call an invisible sky god and believe that. No, they're not gonna do it. That's why it says here, they may all be damned who believe not the truth but had pleasure in unrighteousness, okay? But it says, but we are bound to give thanks always to the Most High for you, brethren, beloved of the Lord, because the Most High have from the beginning chosen you to salvation through sanctification of the Spirit and the belief of truth. So, hey, brothers, call yourself blessed and beloved, man, for having this truth and doing the right thing with it. Because remember, this message was not received by all men. Okay, all men don't have this message. And even if they have the message, all men don't understand the message. So for us to see through the bullshit and filter through it, that's a blessing, man. That's a beautiful thing. And, you know, I'm going to say it's a blessed thing. Because to be blessed really means to bow, or have people to bow. To be blessed is to have rulership and servants. Like the elites, they're blessed right now. Okay, so when people say I'm blessed and this and this and that, they're really not, because you don't have a hierarchy. You don't have anybody that's in your subjection. Okay, but you can say you were fortunate to have the truth in the scriptures, man. But we will be blessed in due time. But anyway, brothers, I'm going to end it here, giving all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. And with that, Shalom and Abba.